first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The Colts are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Play action. Stafford. On the RPO. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, "We've got this covered." And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, "Somebody get him down." Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Oh, they're changing this at the line. An audible here to get a new look. They turn to Taylor on 4th. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Well, this defense for the Colts, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
And that's going to be Incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And this is going to be intercepted. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
First and 10, Taylor now. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he's taken down inside the 30. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Partner, he just surpassed 60,000 career passing yards. I remember when you and I were there when he hit 50, now 60. Where does this stop?
I don't know where it stops, but how did we even calculate this one, right? Long division? New math? Using abacus?
I trusted you. You're smarter than I am.
My calculator shorted out on this one. 60,000 yards. Congratulations.
Man, has it been fun to track his career, and it continues. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And ball complete. It's a rookie from Oklahoma. And this is going to be another first down as he'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 17-yard line.
No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, as they've got it with a second and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. That's out to Hill, right side complete. 5 yards, now it's third and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And on third and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. It's complete, folks. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Spencer Schrader now on to try the field goal. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They're going to run with Taysom Hill. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. One, but incomplete.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
First down. A gain of 37 yards. First down, Broncos.
Next to the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, The hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Down the sideline he goes. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 yards for number 11. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
First down, Denver.
Throwing Nix. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. And the Broncos are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter route.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Lutz with the extra point. And they take the lead here at 7-6.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Stafford now to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
By
that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Jalen Waddle deep to return it. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s, back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They give him a gain of 38.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Second down and 3. To throw is Nix. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This is not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Nix once more. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Broncos first down. It's a gain of 6. And the Broncos first down.
Here's Nix. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here comes Dobbins on the toss right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. To throw, here's Nix. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down.
The Broncos field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
At their own 35-yard line.
Not enough.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. The final shot before the break, Stafford. He gets this one to Burks. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grab the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them, because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to them about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
Now another shot here at the PAT. And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Colts pick it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
To the opposite of what they envisioned when they left that locker room, a turnover on the opening drive of this third quarter.
I like your identification there because that's exactly what they discussed in the locker room before they came out on the field. Let's get the ball. Let's go down and score, put some points on the board, and feel good about it. Not an insurmountable lead, but definitely not how they saw it at halftime.
A give for Taylor running right side. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8.
They run once more with Taylor. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. To the right side, this is Taylor. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And this one is right through. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown, and they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
Coach will just be relieved though if they repeat the score here, right?
I think Coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond. But on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit before the ball got to him. The net result, though, a considerable gain.
Now it's Nix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throw left side complete. That's Sutton. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
This is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Broncos have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's up and good, and they take the lead by a point, 17-16.
17, Colts 16. Will Lutz, the kickoff for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal tickets out on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a play fake at Stanford. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
On to punt for the Colts.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents. Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
A 3rd quarter now, to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Nix. That's to Waddle on the quick slant. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down. Nix. That is caught. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. Nix going to keep this himself. And he'll slide to a ball here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Back to throw. Nix. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Nix. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Jalen Waddle, 55 yards. And the Broncos use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. And it looked like the operation got fouled up there. This ball was pushed to the right. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one not returnable. It's over to... back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. To throw is Stafford. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's got Pierce. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll try the left side with Taylor. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. It'll go down as a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
They snap it to Stafford. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball secure. Don't turn it over.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard.
Back to throw. Nix.
That one too wide and incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Operating from the gun. Nix.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And this is caught. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Jalen Waddle
With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Broncos have opened up a 2-touchdown lead in this 4th quarter.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Colts 23.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in right around the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
First down, Broncos.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Nix. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 38-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. That one looks like he'll throw here.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Nix from the shotgun. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch.
Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
And the Broncos first down.
Nix looking to throw again. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They'll look to throw again. This is caught. Touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
To kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Gets it to Burks.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And this is incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
On the handoff, Taylor.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Connecting with Hill.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide.
To number 87. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Denver, after the home loss, they rebound with a good road win to get back to 500. And they'll get another road date next week.